Oh, what's up, everyone? Want to do a quick video about drinking beers, shifting gears. It's just about shifting gears. It's a little technique I learned at Toyota's driving school. They make all their new engineers go to a 2-day driving school. And you may be thinking, like, I've been driving a manual since forever. I already know what I'm doing. It's kind of what I thought. I learned how to drive a manual when I was 11 in my mom's 92 Accord, which doesn't get more legit than that. But anyway, so it's actually a pretty subtle technique, but it can actually save your engine from misshifts and over revving and bending valves and all that jazz. So I'm going to jump in the car, show you what it's all about, but first I'm going to do a quick walk around of the car because she's looking pretty good. It's almost finished, so I just want to show you the progress. Well, we're back in the car again. Name that movie. So before we get started, I want to show a couple things. One, shift knob. You can find these shift knobs on 29spec.com. Designed this baby myself. It's a little bit wider than most OE Honda knobs, and it makes it a little bit better for the shifting technique I'm going to show you. And number two, it has this nice ceramic coating, so it gives it a nice feel and slightly helps with heat transfer so you don't burn your hand quite as quickly, but it's still pretty quick, to be honest. Second thing I wanted to show you was just the self-centering feature of manual transmission. Most people probably know this, but the transmission itself will center the shifter in between third and fourth and neutral on its own. So which will come into play in this technique I show you. So anyway, starting out, first gear, nothing special. The shift in the second, again, is nothing special. You can grip the knob, you can do whatever, just pull her back towards you. Second gear, easy peasy. It's the next couple shifts that are a little bit more difficult, I guess, to get correct. So the shift from second to third, I use the palm of my hand, like the meat of my thumb here, and I just kind of bump it up in the third, just like that. Pretty simple, just kind of slide it up, not gripping or anything like that. So just boom. So from third to fourth, this is a pretty crucial one, I think. If you grip the shift knob like a handle or something, there's potential that you can put side load into the shifter and go into other gears. Even though you think you're pulling straight back, say you're on a increasing radius turn where you need to upshift and you're still heavily loaded into the corner where you're pulling 1.2 G's. If you're gripping the shift knob, you may not realize it, but as you're getting pushed to the outside of the car, you may pull to the left without even realizing it, just because the car is naturally pulling you that way. So if you use just these two fingertips, and this is where that wider knob's a little bit nicer, and you just flick it back like so, the transmission will keep the shifter centered like I was talking about earlier, and you just have to just flick it back with your fingers, just like that. So same thing for fourth to fifth. I use the palm of my thumb here, the meat of my thumb, and just kind of push it over. Same thing, pretty easy. And then I don't ever use sixth on track really, but you can do whatever you want to push it over into sixth. So now moving to the downshifts, same thing as kind of the third to fourth. You want to use the two fingertips and just kind of slide it. The transmission will center the shifter just above fourth, and then you just continue the flick backwards. So it may seem like it takes a while, but once you get the hang of it, it kind of centers just like that. Transmission, make sure it goes in the right spot for you. That's another crucial one, because if you are gripping it and you pull too far over, you can go in a second, over rev the car, bend some valves, spend lots of money. So then from fourth to third, I just use the center of my palm like that, right there, and just same thing, bump it in, trying not to put any side load into the car because the transmission, or into the shifter, because the transmission's already got it centered for me. So just bump it up like that, and then the downshift from second to third is pretty easy. You can grip it if you want to. Just pull the knob towards you. Easy peasy. So it's kind of subtle, not that much different than probably what a lot of people are doing. But I've noticed even some really good drivers don't use this technique, and I think it would benefit them to try it out. So let's run through it one more time. First, easy grab to second. Bump it with the meat of your thumb into third. Flick it back with your fingers into fourth. Bump it again to fifth with your meat of your thumb. Sixth, whatever you want to do there. And then the downshift from fifth to fourth, using the fingers, centers it. You flick it back. Center your palm from fourth to third, and then grip it, whatever you want to do to pull it back into second. So just like that, pretty easy peasy. I would recommend trying it out a little bit in the garage or whatever, and then trying it on the road. Let me know what you guys think. Think it was stupid? Comment, or you have some questions. Feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Anyway, hopefully you like it. Like, subscribe, all that crap if you want to. I'm almost got this thing ready to get back on track, hopefully in another month or so. I'm getting a titanium exhaust made next week, so I'm pretty excited. And then I'll start to get some track video of this thing. So if you're not familiar with the build, it's like under 2,200 pounds, hopefully 300 wheel horsepower, and 10,500 RPM. So it's going to be a screamer, so it should be a lot of fun. And then still got the traditional H pattern for now. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching, and peace and hair grease. We'll see you out there.